Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of our Brittany playthrough. Right, we'll get started straight away. Right, now, so far we haven't actually done much. We've only taken over one province, which may seem sort of a bit lackluster, a bit boring, but that's all we could do at the moment, because Brittany starts off as obviously quite a small nation, but we'll overcome that in time. But there is only a limit to how fast you can expand in this game, especially when you're obviously as tiny as Brittany. So yeah, we've taken Maine. And we may look at taking Anjou very soon. Provence, we are now actually stronger than Provence, really, because we have, what, 4 provinces? No, 5 provinces, in fact, and they have 2, so, yeah, 2 will be fine. Actually, maybe, okay, they have 3, one up here. That's fine, that's not too much of a big deal. Right, now, I'll get it going. In this video, we want to, well, in this episode, in the next time frame, or whatever, we want to expand a little bit more, just because... Again, we need a base for expansions into the New World, because Castile obviously will rush to get to the New World, as will Portugal. That's just how the AI works. We still, we could hire an advisor, but that means we get less money, and I don't know, money is just hugely desirable to me. We'll see if there's anything we can do. Any decisions? No. Any ideas? Now, this is something that we want to do. We want to get our first colonist, because as soon as we get our first colonist, and then obviously explorers and conquistadors, we can explore the New World. With our first colonist, we can't actually do much, because there's nowhere on the map that we can see where there is an uncolonized place, like an uncolonized province. Everywhere is occupied by some nation somewhere. This says Terra Incognita here, but that is actually occupied by Portugal. The discovery just hasn't been fed back to us yet, if you like. So, with our first explorer, or conquistador, I think it's conquistador actually, the land unit is conquistador. So with our first conquistador, we're going to explore Africa. And we're going to colonise some of the west coast of Africa, because then we have a stepping stone into the New World. That's just what I like to do when I do colonising. Not that I do colonising much. So, again, France is kind of stifling our ambitions a bit, but that shouldn't worry us too much. Provence are actually at war with Savoy. I'm not quite sure why. Or whatever. We can have a look in the ledger, which I always like to do. Will it be under relations? Current wars, here we are. Where is it? Savoyard Conquest of Provence. So, it is actually Savoy against Hungary, Provence, Lorraine, Urbino. Who are these guys? Württemberg, I think. Württemberg and Bavaria. So, I'm actually quite surprised that Savoy are doing any sort of well in that war. It just seems strange. They're actually going to win it, I think, by quite a large way. Now, France and England are still at war. As you can see, France are actually Wait, what? So France are actually losing the 100 Years' War against... Oh, that's very interesting. Against, Oh, this is actually really strange. So I suppose England do have Portugal on their side, but... What? I mean, this might just me being absolutely rubbish at the game, but whenever I play as England, I seem to get absolutely slaughtered against France, and then have to give up some European, some foothold in Europe to actually, get out of the war without losing half of my country. Anyway, that's fine. Scotland seem to be about normal, actually. They have some new ideas in this game. They're also supporting the independence of Sweden and Lorraine, which is interesting. I guess because... Yeah, Sweden is in a personal union under Denmark, and so Scotland do not want Denmark to vassalise Sweden. I think that's basically what's happening. Oh, there's a bit laggy there. I am sorry about that. I think my computer's running quite hot recently, so you might notice a bit of lagging. Yep, you go for it. Always be nice to England. They're not very helpful in wars, actually, thinking about it, but yeah, it'll be fine. So Castile. Yeah, we have diplomats to spare, so we want to improve relations with people. I don't know, I suppose we want to improve relations with France, maybe? Interesting. I think we'll do that for a while, actually. We're at plus 63 at the moment, and we want to get that back up to... It'll be like minus 29 or something like that. Aragon is still losing land. They're actually looking quite pitiful at the moment. I do kind of feel sorry for them. What's our mission at the moment? Is there anything within our... Oh, that sucks. We just need to improve our prestige. So the best way of doing that is to have a war with someone. So is there any way that we can have a war with someone? Always a pacifist, me, of course. Burgundy is now the papal controller. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. We have no casus bellis at all. At all. Apparently Leinster is our enemy. So we could go and try and take over their land. Although that seems a bit strange, being as we're going for a sort of colonising game. Although, if we took over one of these two provinces, that'd be quite nice actually. But if we took over one of those two provinces, then we'd get a foothold in the London trade node. And that would be very, very nice for sort of collecting trade from the Western Europe trade node when we've colonised places in the Americas. At the moment we're getting stifled quite badly in the Bordeaux trade node because France is obviously a massive superpower, has huge amounts of land in the trade node, etc. Right, it seems that Savoy are actually going to take a province from Provence, and I'm not quite sure how that's going to go, because that means France may or may not declare war on Savoy for a reconquest, well, with the reconquest casus belli. I'd like to see how that turns out, actually. Venice is looking very strong. Oh, I wish we had another king. Is there any way to kill off your king? No. Just seems like it would be quite advantageous for us. No, I'm not sure there is. Which kind of sucks, doesn't it, really? Now, if I diplomatically insult someone, then they will come to war with me. Am I right? Or if I'm weaker than them, they'll come to war with me. I'm allied with Burgundy, Castile, Savoy. So we will send an insult to... yeah, Aragon, why not? See if they decide to declare war on us. Ignore the heresy. Well, priests are preaching heresy. We can ignore the heresy and lose prestige, or we can lose 30 diplomatic power, which is like 8 months worth of it. I think we'll just lose diplomatic power. We don't want to lose prestige because that's our mission at the moment. Maybe we send a warning to... I really just want a war, if I'm honest. I'm not quite sure how we... Oh god, they're allied with Hungary now. That might not have been a good idea. Interesting. We should just try and take over some... Maybe... Maybe Orleans land? Although they're a vassal of France, so probably not the best idea. We could actually do... We could actually form a coalition against France, because why the hell not? And then... Ooh, accepted. Oh, so France has now annexed Orleans. Austria, you go for it. We want Austria to like us very, very much. Right, so not much is happening, but we're kind of, I don't know, setting up to take over places. Burgundy is actually doing very well. The only way that we're really going to get ahead in this game is with explorers and conquistadors, because, and that will happen, I don't know, in 50 months' time or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's the only way that we're going to get ahead, because we have no... Well, we do have military power, but we have less military power than everyone else, and that's, you know, that's never great in a grand strategy game, is it? Well, anyway, I'll leave it there for this episode, because I've got a bit of a cold. It's not great weather over here. Anyway, so please do like and subscribe. It does help a lot. Leave a comment if you feel there's anything worth commenting on, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.